Okay, the Capitol campus was located where it is because of the vista, and the buildings are oriented to the north because of the vista. So the vista of South Puget Sound and the Olympic Mountains and surrounding area is an implied part of the Capitol campus. And the Heritage Park and other expenditures that the state has made for millions and millions of dollars are designed to enhance that vista and make it more accessible to the public. So you can see from the photograph of what it looks like now, there is one large building there, but the vista is pretty much intact, although it of course would be much better without it if we can ever figure out how to do that. But the plan that the city is looking at, you can see from the diagram, would basically replicate the current Capitol Center building with buildings of almost that high directly to the west, creating in effect a wall and a barrier to the view. So it would be the principal view from the Capitol campus looking northward, which is very different from what the founders of the Capitol campus intended, and very different from what the taxpayers of the state have invested millions of dollars in, on the assumption that the vista would always be an implied part of the Capitol campus. So this is quite an issue. The city council voted 5-2 to rezone for higher heights. So I think the current height is somewhere around 35 feet. The Capitol Center building, which is an old tall building down on the Isthmus, which has earned the nickname the Mistake by the Lake, is 90, I think maybe 95 feet tall or something like that. The new building heights that the city approved or is in the final process of approving are almost that high, but not quite. I dropped two bills. One declares the entire isthmus to be a shoreline of statewide significance. Right now, only a small portion of the shoreline area where the high-rise buildings are proposed is in the shoreline designation. So this would require more careful planning about what goes on in that location, and being a shoreline of statewide significance, it would allow, but not require, the Department of Ecology to trump a local land use decision on what goes on there. The other bill limits the heights of buildings on the isthmus in order to protect what you might call a view of statewide and historical significance. So it's a pretty comprehensive issue, and it ultimately boils down to the historic vista and the reason the Capitol campus was located where it is, to kind of help people when they're visiting the campus feel that they're part of, you know, a larger state of Washington.